Hello there, Pierre here. If your engine has low power, there is one test that people tend to neglect, and this test is relatively easy to perform. It's an exhaust back pressure test. What it does is it measures the back pressure in your exhaust either at idle or at 2500 RPM. And the way you can do this is by removing the one oxygen sensor, the upstream oxygen sensor. In other words, it's the oxygen sensor that's located before the catalytic converter. So you remove this O2 sensor, you hook up your test tool. This is OEM tools. So if at idle you get between 0 and 2.5 psi, that's okay. If you have higher than that, you get like 3 or more than 3 at idle, then that tells you that your exhaust is clogged up somewhere, and it's more likely the catalytic converter that's somewhat melted or that obstructs the exhaust from flowing the way it should. So in this vehicle has low power, and the one thing that I'm going to do is an exhaust back pressure test on it with this tool, and we're going to see. I'm going to remove this O2 sensor and I'm going to perform this test to show you what this tool looks like. It's this gauge is calibrated to read low pressures. I hope you can see it. I have really poor lighting here, and we got 0 and 2.5. Between that, this should be good if you have these pressures between 0 and 2.5 psi, but 2.5, 3 and above that, that's gonna be, sign of trouble. But if you have between 2.5 and 3, you're in the yellow zone according to this tester, then you should be all right. But I'm gonna do this test at idle, and I'll see what I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna remove the O2 sensor and I'm gonna make it happen. Stay tuned. All right, I don't know if you can see, the O2 sensor is out, so I'm gonna be inserting this tool in there with the tube in the back of it. And of course, this is what the O2 sensor looks like. Looks real good. So it's not clogged up and doesn't have a lot of carbon on it. And you can see the tip of it. See? It's really nice. All right, let's get to the test. Remember to perform this when the engine is cold, because what you insert in place of the oxygen sensor has O-ring in it, and the exhaust gets really hot. You don't want to burn this thing. So the engine is cold right now. We're gonna start it. We're gonna see what the pressure is at idle. You can see the pulsations. This is pulsating. I hope the camera gets it. But it doesn't go above 2. Doesn't go above 2. So we're gonna check again. We're gonna try to accelerate it. Same thing, it doesn't go above 2, which is a good thing, but it's really pulsating fast. I don't know if my frame rate can get it, but you guys can see the range. Camera will definitely pick up the range. But yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. Now it's like between 0 and 1. It's an exhaust back pressure test. It's a very important test and a diagnostic of a vehicle with low power. But this one right here, this is not our problem. Exhaust looks good.